Hello everyone, John Zunich. I've been in solitude for the majority of my life. During the last 4 years of true solitude, no friends or family, I've been learning about the absolute truth of all things through esoteric science or Christian esoterica. Keep in mind, this is not a theory. This is not an opinion. This is the absolute truth. This is without a doubt the true meaning of life, what we're doing here, where we're going, and what our purpose is. Dharma equals duty or essential nature. Now, these are all facts that I'm about to present to you. This could all be fact-checked. My birthday is 1/11/71. My Aunt Mona's birthday is also 1/11. My Grandma Zunich, 11/1/11. Dan Zunich, my dad, 7/11. Tom Zunich, my brother, 2/7/70. Angel Marie McIntosh, my girlfriend from my 20s, 1/22/74. My address of this place where I live, which was given to me on the last day of a city voucher, I didn't even get to see it. The address here is 710 Bond Avenue, as in let's bond. Okay, the backyard is 711 Haley. My mom lives at 1116 De La Vina. Except when she fell and hurt herself, they put her in room 110 at Channel Islands Post Acute. Dad's address is 25211 La Estrada. These are all the birthdays that we know about and the addresses that we remember, but I'm sure there's others that will synchronize as well. Now, I have a twin flame. Her name is Harmony. What is a twin flame? I like twin soul better. It's the other side of my soul. It's a female version of me. And they're popping up all over the planet. And where there's a twin flame, there's a mission. Okay? She owns Seventh Dimension Pole Dancing Studio, which is connected to the courtyard, 10 feet from this wall right here. And so where there's twin flames, there's a mission. So it turns out, and you can ask Harmony about this, turns out that Harmony and I are indeed John the Baptist. Okay? And we've reincarnated as John the Baptist, Joan of Arc, John Lennon, etc. And keep in mind, esoterica has predicted all of this. Okay? Now, Jesus Christ is the consciousness, it's not his last name. Jesus Christ had a twin flame named Sophia. Okay? And you can look all this stuff up. Sophia is one of the teachers here at Seventh Dimension. Okay? Jesus lives in the front house right here. And I haven't told him about this yet because he has a restraining order against me. So it's very exciting to look forward to the day that I can sit down and tell him about all this, which will be soon. Now there's also Alyssa Marie that dances next door, and a few other Alyssas. Alyssa has always been a reoccurring name in my life, as well as the middle name Marie. There was a Shauna Marie, Tina Marie, Angel Marie, a few others, I believe. And what does that mean? Well, John the Baptist's mother's name was Elizabeth. There's also a Beth. She's older, Beth, that dances next door as well. And I just found out 3 weeks ago, even though I danced with her over there and I've seen her around, I never knew her name, Magdalena. Mary Magdalena. Her name's Magdalena Rose. Okay? And I got real excited when I found out what her name was. And I might have got a little weird and awkward, and my old sponsor, Paul, who goes by the name of PC, had to come and check on me, and which made me realize, because everything happens for a reason, made me realize that's Saul. It is without a doubt Saul that changed his name to Paul from the Bible. And when you look at Paul, and I knew this though, when you look at Paul, you see, if you know the story of Paul, or you read it, that's exactly who you pictured they would get to play in a movie. It would look exactly like they would have Paul playing. So about Jesus, you might be thinking, well, why is Jesus such a wonky, wannabe gangster asshole that lives in the front? Well, because our friends from the divine source, from the light, will come back to challenge us. Because I mean, what better way for John the Baptist and Jesus Christ to have restraining orders against each other? I mean, okay, so at this point, you must be thinking, what is the probability, the mathematical probability of all of this? The addresses, the names, okay? And coincidences? No. This has all been predicted by esoterica. Okay, I unwittingly predicted 9/11. I got this tattoo, dial 911, 1 month before 9/11 happened. I also predicted those idiots that a couple years ago that went down to see the Titanic, and they supposedly blew up down there. Predicted that. Also, all my artwork over the years before this, I predicted all of this. And I am the greatest polymath that has ever lived. What is a polymath? Polymaths have IQ of at least 197. That's 50 points above genius. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, Galileo. You get the picture? And I'm greater than them. From chess to ping pong to dance to all athletics, yoga, art, all medias, music, singing, guitar, storytelling, voiceovers, acting, qigong, photography, poetry, creative writing, and finally, awakening, true enlightenment. Okay? We connected all the dots and encoded absolutely everything necessary and essential for true awakening. Okay? And so I found out a little less than a year ago that we are all gods. Okay, and at first I had a problem with this because this whole time I've been praying to this external. Okay, so my whole life I've been praying to this external thing, like this mommy daddy thing, like this worship, like a worship on the sea, right? Feeling like I'm a child of God or a child of the universe. This is not the case. We are all gods. Let me explain it to you like this. God, or the divine source, picture it as the sun. Okay, and the rays coming off the sun, each individual ray is our individual soul. So it's very simple. We're all gods. Okay, and at first I felt alone when I found this out. Like mommy and daddy left me, and but this is the case. So it's very exciting to know this. Our God is our higher self. Okay. Is our higher self, aka our future self, aka the absolute best version of you, of us. That's where we're trying to reach. Okay, so now we created this earth. We created the 1% so that we could have these challenges and what's coming. Okay, and what's coming is nothing short of a video game. I'll explain this to you. Okay, telekinesis, telepathy, psychic skills, all of these are our natural state, the alpha state of consciousness. I mean, isn't it crazy they even came up with words for these things? Telekinesis is the movement of physical matter using the mind brain. Okay? We all have superpowers. This is our natural state. And it's now about coming into our power, into our sovereignty. Sovereignty means to come into your power, your authority, okay? Through awakening, okay? So, you have to see, we developed a 1 minute angel numbers meditation that does what no other meditation has ever done, and that's access the alpha state of consciousness in 1 minute or less. Please see the video entitled Seventh Dimension in the School of Ascension 1 minute meditation. Okay, it's a roadmap to that destination every time. Okay, and it's mandatory for decompression into awakening, into 5D and up. Okay. Leonardo da Vinci said, there are those who can see when shown, and those who cannot see. I'm the only one that I know of right now on the planet that can clearly see, okay? Those who can see when shown, those are the most important people on the planet that we are focusing on. Those who cannot see, okay? Now, why can't they see? Because their paradigms, their cocoon that is built is so thick, it is completely blocking out the light. Do you understand? And everyone right now in the world is suffering from narcissism. So the question is, to what degree? Okay? And the ones that are that cannot see, they're called hylics. They're hylics. They're considered soulless or mimics. And but they do say that they can develop a soul like Pinocchio. But I think those are just the ones that you can see when shown. I think there's some that are just completely cannot see that. But we put them here so that they can enhance our experience. Okay, because we want to be fun if everything was just super easy, right? Also, I know this might upset a lot of people, but immigrant workers are also soulless mimics like robots, and I'll prove it to you. They're manufactured little Oompa Loompas. They're soul dampeners. Okay, I can prove that to you too. And everything around us is a simulation. Everything, and I'll prove it to you. Santa Barbara is literally heaven on earth. If you made it here to Santa Barbara, you made it to heaven on earth. Okay, but it's still, everything is still a simulation. It's actually, now that I fully awakened it, it's crazy how clearly I can see it. Okay, so also understand clairvoyance. Clairvoyance equals clear vision. Okay, so to access your superpowers, we've developed, it's called the fusion. It's flow. Everyone's talking about flow these days, but they don't really know what they're talking about. They kind of do. We're calling it fusion. It's a fusion of meditation, yoga, dance, qigong, and sometimes parkour, depending where you're at. Now, Tai Chi is a form of qigong, just like soup would be a form of food. Okay, so qigong covers all of the energy work. Okay, and by doing this, you access true flow or fusing. Okay. Now, there's a spiritual, a mental, and a physical side of awakening. Okay, just like the butterfly struggling to get out of his cocoon, that's the physical side. Okay, and for yoga, we recommend to see Boho Beautiful on YouTube. That's where we got all our yoga moves. And okay, so here's some things. Angel equals messenger. Witch equals wise. Wisdom equals awareness. Clairvoyance equals clear vision. Karuna equals compassion. Santosa equals acceptance. Apariran equals let it go or surrender. Madhyama means midway. Nirvana is the absence of suffering, or the absence of the cocoon, the beta state of consciousness, the spiritual amnesia that the entire world is sleeping in right now. Karma equals 3D. Okay, and here's how karma works: is when you have that cocoon, right, that's built up over you, the cocoon, when you have that cocoon built over you, and we'll get into how the cocoon is built, karma, you do something and it goes through what you've done, it goes through that cocoon. It takes a while to get through it, and it takes a while for it to get back to you. Once you've awakened, you incur instant karma. Do you understand? That's how you also that our superpowers work. Okay, because there's no cocoon for it to go through and get back to you. Okay, now also keep in mind, Sarah Elkadley, in one of her videos, she said, quote, "The seventh dimension is where one will go to get practical guidance on awakening." Okay, now here we'll get into the cocoon. The Emoto Rice experiment proves that our created thoughts exist outside of our mind. Okay, the Emoto Rice experiment, I don't know if you don't know what it is already. So you take 3 jars of rice, you label one fear or hate. I like fear better than hate. And one love, and one you don't label. And twice a day you give the one love, you give it love. And twice a day you hate on the other one, and then the other one you neglect. Now, after 6 months, they've proven they can't disprove this. They can't disprove it. Mine, I just didn't give either one of them love or hate for. I don't know. I didn't do mine, but you can look it up. And after 6 months, love blossoms. Hate and fear corrodes. The one you neglected also corrodes, but not as badly as the one that you hated on. Okay, so our thoughts exist outside of our mind. The average human has 60,000 thoughts a day. What happens to those? Okay, they build up around us, build up around your muscles, your tendons, like a cocoon, forming the cocoon. All the paradigms, it creates paradigms and or patterns or neural pathways that we've built. And now we're literally washing it away, just like I did in the Bible with water, they say, but this time we're washing it away with qigong. Okay, we're pulling in qi. Qi means vital life force. Gong means skill learned through practice. We're pulling it in and we're washing it all away. Okay, so and doing all the spiritual work, including yoga. This part's important too, and I know a lot of you are gonna not like this, but this is the truth. Doing all the spiritual work, like yoga. Yoga is like wringing out the towels, where all the thoughts, where you're washing them out, where they build up, and they'll build up around your back. And qigong, meditation. Qigong is meditation in motion. All of these things are like washing your car. or washing your cocoon, right? The spiritual work. Psilocybin, or magic mushrooms, is the soap. Okay, and I know it seems counterintuitive, but we'll get into this. I have 3 years clean and sober off of everything, all prescription drugs, including Adderall, Suboxone, Klonopin, psych meds, even Claritin, Tylenol, and ibuprofen. Okay, I was a heroin addict, I was a speed freak, an alcoholic, even cigarettes and television, throwing them out. Okay, so let's get into this. So the cocoon that is built, okay, it forms what is called samsara, the karmic wheel, or like it sounds like say I'm sorry. Samsara is the karmic wheel, or our will. This is our will. Okay, it's a loop. It's the beta state of consciousness programming, and the program does not allow full access to our free will. Okay, what most of us have, if you don't have any excitement in life, and it's called lost will or dead will. Okay, and the proof is we want to stop doing drugs, right? We want to stop drinking, we want to stop eating junk food, and we want to do this and that, but we don't do it. We don't do it, right? That's the proof that we do not have 100% of our free will. And it's called revelation of the method. You can look this up. It's revelation of the method. Okay, so yes, look up revelation of the. Now here's how the 1% assisted. Here's how we had them assist in building this cocoon with fear of anything, fear of dying, fear of war, fear of not being loved, fear of not having enough. Okay, distractions, war, television, sports, movie, news, okay, poisons, nicotine, alcohol, all prescription drugs, street drugs, fluoride, and all the other chemicals in the water. Limited beliefs, telekinesis, telepathy, superpowers. Oh, that only happens in the movies, okay? Right? So, now here's the part that I want everyone to know about, what is coming, okay? Because remember I predicted 9/11 and all these other things, and I don't want anyone to be scared about this, but the 1% are about to drop these alien-looking structures that look like streetlights, okay? They'll also be flying around in the sky, these red diamonds, which basically it's real easy. You just don't look into the light, okay? This is what it's going to look like, and I know this because they dropped a prototype on me 2 weeks ago when I was at the beach dancing. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Okay, and they might be guarded by robots. They look like streetlights. Just do not look into the light; it'll drain you and hypnotize you. And then these things in the sky, do not look at those. They'll be crisscrossing over each other, and it'll hypnotize you, and it'll drain you of your chi force. And but you have to know now. Once you know this, whoever's watching this, just get over when it happens. Just get over here to the 7th dimension, and we will teach you how to awaken and unlock all of your superpowers. Because here's the thing: is once you've awakened, this is literally going to be like a video game. This is how we designed heaven on earth to be. Because and I was first very scared when this happened, but I wasn't at that point to the conclusion that we created the 1%. Esoteric is saying that we are creators. We created the 1%. Okay, so once you've awakened, if you die, you will resurrect, just like in a video game, just like Jesus Christ did. You will resurrect a couple days later or a day later. Okay. Now here's the problem though. If you look into that light and you get drained, and you turn into even more of a brain dead slave. We're gonna have to go find you, and or you might be out there forever until you die, and then who knows when we'll see you again, and especially if you haven't awakened yet. So that is what's going to happen, okay? And then here's that. We've been drawing these things too, and they're all over town. So this is it. We just drew these the other day. This is going to be like the diamonds in the sky, and this will be like the street lights. These things, it'll probably be. Just don't look into it. It's that easy. Me personally, when these things are, I'll be going. I'll do some yoga in front of them. And, But that is what's to come. And I know this sounds insane to may sound insane. And any part of you that is rejecting these truths, these facts, it's the beta state of programming. It's the cocoon. It's programmed to repel anything that might awaken it inside. Okay? But you can't deny these truths, these facts. You can't deny this. So that's what's going to happen. Please feel free to leave a comment. And the other thing too is, so don't look in the lights, and then also have your ear covering headphones, because they'll be playing sounds as well. So start carrying around your headphones with you at all times, okay? So, and just, I'll tell you guys about the universal law. The universal law, and the number one rule is we are not allowed to violate another person. You cannot hurt another person. We are passive, but we will not take any shit. But you just cannot hurt another person. That's the number one universal law, okay? Okay, so I hope this helped a lot of you.